Hi everyone, I'm Matt, your cat commentator, and I hope I never have to make this video again. So, that fall ranking was atrocious, wasn't it? I'm really sorry about that. I don't really know what I was thinking making that entire video. I wasn't in the best place mentally to be making a huge video like that, and I don't think it turned out the best. In fact, it turned out so bad that I'm going to be making a corrections video here. Yeah, I spent too much time making jokes instead of critiquing the songs, and I'm sorry. So this video will be clarifying this and also correcting some mistakes I made in the video. There were some pretty glaringly obvious ones in hindsight. So let's just go down the list and correct the errors I have. First, the Drake songs. I'm gonna cover Girls Want Girls, We Too Sexy, and Knife Talk all in one bunch. In the video, I didn't give the individual songs a fair chance and instead talked about them as a whole album project. And I said basically the same things about all of them. So to make my thoughts more individualized, Way Too Sexy is trying really hard to be actually funny, but I find it kind of ironically funny, hence why it's no longer as bad as I thought it was. Knife Talk is trying to intimidate me, and 21 Savage is good at that, but Drake and Project Pat fall on their face. And Girls Want Girls actually is what the album's all about. Creepy, downbeat, slow, boring, crappy music. The segment I had on Fancy Like was one of the most egregious ones I've ever made. It was pretty bad. I refrained from talking about the quality of the song and instead made a big statement about its impact on the country, which it absolutely doesn't have. The entire rant on this song promoting late-stage capitalism, yeah, scratch that, that was completely wrong. And also, Walker Hayes isn't cheating out on his wife here. If that's what they want to do with their lives, they can do it, and I shouldn't have judged them on that. I don't know his intent, and I can't assume either. However, this song still sounds like, and is written like shit, so that still applies. And you will still be hearing about this song in December, don't worry. There was a live version of Beggin' which came out and fixed every single problem I had with the song, except for the fact that the production was really bland. That being said, if I talk about this again, I will still be grading it on this version rather than any live version, so most of my critiques still apply, but the live version and Jimmy Fallon did fix most of my problems. I have no opinion changes or errors up until Bad Habits, and yeah, the song's really good now. I listened to his album and it was good, but Bad Habits was one of the highlights, surprisingly. I re-listened and it had a gut punch to it. I don't know, the writing, the production, it's just way better. And I've seen people complain about this having no real punch to it, but the second verse is really good. So yeah, guess I'm the Bad Habits defender now. Jumping up to Stay, and I think you all know why this is here. I only talked about Charlie Puth in this segment, and I'm sorry. I had that script built up in my head for a long time, and I really wanted to talk about him, so I guess when I had the first possible opportunity to, I dumped all of that on you guys, and I really don't know why I did. I didn't really explain my thoughts on this song, so I guess I'll explain that now. Stay is one of the most cleanly produced songs of the year, with writing that, while being pretty worrying, makes a lot of sense. And while the Kid Laroi and Justin Bieber don't really deserve this production, they make the best of what they can with it. So yeah, I shouldn't really have spent 2 minutes talking about Charlie Puth when he was only tangent to the song's existence. And I'm sorry about that. Then there was the Lil Nas X double segment, in which I mentioned that Montero, Call Me By Your Name was a trap song. Multiple people commented on the video mentioning that no, Montero, Call Me By Your Name was not a trap song, it has no trap percussion in it whatsoever. Before making this video, I didn't necessarily know that trap wasn't a genre of music, but rather an encompassing term that defined a type of song that had that type of percussion. I thought it referred to modern day rap, and I was completely wrong that Montero was not a trap song. Although I would consider the song in the same vein as actual pop trap songs like Mood, I guess since it doesn't have trap percussion, it doesn't belong in the same category, so I'll be careful with my wording next time. Finally, there's Happier Than Ever, and I specifically avoided talking about the lyrics of this song to get my point across. I'll mention it now that the lyrics are pretty predictable and slightly immature, but they still get the job done. I'll explain more when the time comes for that one, but there you go. So yeah, there's some corrections for you. In addition to factual corrections and opinion corrections, a lot of the video is just poorly made. There was audio and visual errors left and right. I included a scene which showed my cat throwing up, and a lot of other really weird stuff happened in that video. I brought back an unfunny gag because I thought it was funny, and it didn't work. Once again, I'm sorry for rushing that video and making as many errors as I did, and I hope that this corrections video clears them all up. And now the biggest correction, it appears I forgot to make fan votes and favorites last month. So I'm giving it to you now in short form, and maybe if you guys request enough songs, I'll make another shorter episode to fill you guys in on that. I'm so sorry that I forgot, it's been a really stressful few months. But now, the songs you requested. 2 months ago.
See this in 3D, all lights out for me.
This will age this video a lot, but we're a month after Donda came out, and that's why a lot of these requests were from Donda. In fact, I had to put 2 songs from the album in this video, the first one being this one. This narrowly avoided being talked about in my top 20 ranking, and honestly, I'm kinda sad about it, because this is really good. The deep, dark, bassy production throughout this was pretty different when I first heard it. I've gotten used to it now, but it's still really nice. In fact, the entirety of the mix is really clean, with the exception of Lil Baby's verse, which is very apparent it was recorded in a different studio. But still, he's making the best of his moment, and so is The Weeknd, who sounds godly here. Kanye is a little weaker here, but I can't judge his lyrics, considering I am not Christian. However, I recognize that his flows are weaker than other songs on the album. I'll get to one where his flow's pretty nice in a little bit. Still, Hurricane is a grand epic that I really like listening to whenever I get the chance to. This is gonna get an 9 out of 10. Next.
We off the grid, this for my kid. For when my kids have kids.
This is the song that Kanye turns his rhythm up to 10. And so does Playboi Carti. And so does 5EO Foreign. Off the Grid is a straight drill banger, and that's all it has to be. The beat has this really nice thick bass and some creepy piano lines that really make it work. Actually, they're not piano lines, they're something. I don't really know what they are. All that Kanye, Playboi, and 5EO had to do was kill it, and they did. I wanted more of Playboi, and I wanted less of 5EO. He did a little too much, but Kanye's verse was also really long, but it hit a better chord, so I liked it more. All 3 contribute great things here, and thus, a 9 out of 10 was born. Next. If you heard Halsey's album, this song, the only single, is a lot different from the rest of it. The rest of it's trying for this wistful, fall, rocky vibe, while this is going more of a synth direction. I'd be lying if I said I ever returned to this song after the first time I heard it, but it is good. The synths in the back are really interesting, and while they're completely blocked by some cymbals, I understand why. The cymbals are trying to give this texture, and while it fails, it's still good. The lyrics here are what this really shines as Halsey is just dissing everyone and everything here. They've taken a lot of crap around the years, and they deserve to unleash all of it. This is only gonna get a 7 out of 10 for me, because it really doesn't do anything personal for me, but I do respect that this is good. Next.
I wanna be a slave, I wanna be a master. I wanna make your heartbeat run like roller coasters.
Okay, so I'm not completely uncultured towards Italians. I still don't like begging, but I wanna be your slave absolutely slaps. It's so simple, yet so effective. Damiano David really rounded out his vocals here, and they sound way better and a lot more engaging. And by this point, the band has rounded out their production too, making it more their own style. Heavier drums, roaring guitars, everything you want from a rock song this song has. The lyrics are stupid, but I don't care, I'm having too much fun. I do like Maneskin. Beggin' was a flop. 9 out of 10. Next. Beginning the video as Kanye's comeback. Ending the video as Kendrick Lamar's comeback. Honestly, Family Ties and Off the Grid fill the same niche for me. Longer rap songs that both slap. And I couldn't really tell you which one I prefer, but I've been listening to this song a lot. Baby Keem and Kendrick both provide really amazing flows here with some pretty impactful lines along the way. While the transitions between the beats are weird, all the beats are good, so I don't care. And while it's long, it varies itself enough to make that length not matter. The big thing for Family Ties is that it's very mimetic, and for that reason I'll be using a SpongeBob version of this song in my worst list, and a SpongeBob version of Off the Grid for my best list. Nobody steal these! So I really enjoy this one, yet another 9 out of 10, and that is the 4th one this episode. Thank you to all these wonderful people for requesting for fan votes and favorites, and if you want to be in a video like this, then request 5 songs that you want me to talk about that are popular right now in the comment section of this video, or in my Discord server, link in the description below. Thank you for watching, I'm sorry I even had to make this video, and I'll see you next time.